Let's get to the presentation part. My book was The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by William Kamkwamba, a presentation made by Nathan. I'm not doing that. Is it sent? It's been read. Let's put that there. No. Alright, didn't hit my guitar. My book was The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by William Kamkwamba. This book takes place in Malawi, Africa, and the capital city of Lilongwe. Gotcha. And it mainly focuses on the maize farming population there. This book is about a young Malawian boy named William Kamkwamba who, after not being able to pay fees for school, he reads books about engineering and eventually builds a windmill to power his lights in his house. Oh, crap, that was mean. I was doing so good, too. Let's see, what did Kristen say? Ooh, no. My book was The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by William Kamkwamba. This book takes place right near the capital city of Lilongwe in Malawi, Africa, and mainly focuses on the population of maize farmers. This book is about a young Malawian man named William Kamkwamba, who, after not being able to pay dues for school, I'm not putting that part in. Oh my god. My book was The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by William Kamkwamba. This book takes place near the capital city of Lilongwe in Malawi in Africa, and mainly focuses on the population of maize farmers. This book is about a young Malawian man named William Kamkwamba, who, after teaching himself engineering skills from a book in the library, he builds himself a windmill for his home that powers lights, and eventually a water pump. I give this book 2 thumbs up. It is an especially great read if you only have 1 week to read it, because you didn't decide to read it until 1 week before it was due, and do the presentation 2 hours before it's due, 1 hour before it's due. I really prefer his writing style, and I recommend this book to anyone. Big takeaway from this book is a lot of engineering skills, stuff like alternating current, direct current, just basic windmill stuff, and that when people died, I was not much affected. However, I was very affected when the dog died. Shed a tear there. Very, very sad. But I was very shocked at the prominence of magic and voodoo and witch doctors in such modern times. One main cultural conclusion is something about marriage, with a very complex dowry system where families have to communicate, make deals, and it's very different from us here in the Western Hemisphere with just plain marriage. Something else very, very prominent in my book was disease and sickness, where malaria kills over 1 million people every year, many of them children, and people die from AIDS because it's not very well taught and there aren't many clinics for treating AIDS and HIV. Something else kind of important in Malawi is the government corruption that leads to many of the problems with famine and a lot of other just sort of political issues, where they sold off their maize reserves to pay debts and then Huge famine fell over Malawi. Many, many people died. So my further question was the current state of Malawian schools, where in my book, William was kicked out because he couldn't pay fees. So I found out that free schools do exist, but are held in very poor conditions, outside, without classrooms. You're susceptible to the weather, and of everyone who goes to school in Malawi, only 1% actually study past secondary school, out of the 7% who actually graduate. One main theme in this book is something that William said at a TED Talk, which is, "I try and I make it," which is very important, where he wanted to build a windmill, he tried, and he made it. And here's my work cited. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me an A+. That's it. Let's stop this recording. And